First thing we want to do here is graph some ordered pairs. Let's take a look at the board. Here I have graph each ordered pair. The first one is the ordered pair 3, 2. This is a rectangular coordinate system. We want to start at the origin. The first number tells us in which to move in the x direction. The second number tells us how far to move in the y direction. The x direction is along the x-axis. The y direction is vertical like the y-axis. So we're going to start at the origin and move 3 units in the positive x direction. So I start here at the origin and I move 1, 2, 3 units in the positive x direction. Now my second number is 2, and that tells me to move 2 units in the y direction vertically. The point where I end up is the ordered pair, is the graph of the ordered pair 3, 2. Go on to my next one. I'll start at the origin and move 3 units in the negative direction, and then I'm going to move 2 units in the positive direction vertically. So I start at the origin, I move back 1, 2, 3, and then I move up 2. That is the point whose coordinates are negative 3, positive 2. My next point, 3, negative 2, I start at the origin and move 1, 2, 3 units in the positive direction horizontally, and then 2 units in the negative direction vertically. So that's down 2 units. So that's the point whose coordinates are 3, negative 2. My fourth point right here, x equal negative 3, y equal negative 2. I start at the origin, I move back 1, 2, 3, and then I move down 1, 2. And that's the point whose coordinates are negative 3, negative 2. So you can see that when graphing ordered pairs, the first number in the ordered pairs tells you how far to move from the origin horizontally. The second number always tells us how to move in the vertical direction, up if it's positive and down if it's negative. Let's try a few more. I want to graph the ordered pair negative 1, 5. So I start at the origin, 0, 0. I move back 1 and then up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the point whose coordinates are x equal negative 1, y equal 5. The next point, 0, 0. I start at the origin, I move 0 units forward or back, and then I move 0 units up or down. That means I stay right where I am. And that's the point whose coordinates are 0, 0. My next point, x equal 3, y equals 0. I start at the origin, I move 1, 2, 3 units in the positive direction, and then 0 units in the vertical direction. So that will be the point whose coordinates are x equal 3, y equals 0. Any point on the x-axis is going to have a y-coordinate of 0 because I won't have moved up or down at all. My next point, x is 0, y is 5. So I start at the origin, I move 0 units forward or back, and then I move 5 units up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's this point right here, and its coordinates are x equals 0, y is equal to 5. So that's a look at graphing ordered pairs and you want to become very proficient at graphing ordered pairs because it's the basis for graphing straight lines that we're going to do later in this chapter.